Okay, getting everything all cleaned up, ready to go together. So I need to make a list of what's not here. So first thing, we got a main shaft. Got our new countershaft. That's good. Got our countershaft here. Snap ring on the inside on both of them. Second gear is assembled. So that goes in the bike like that. Shut up. We need a low gear shift clutch. We need a low gear. We need a bushing for low gear. Same as that one. Yep. There should be some kind of a washer also. Looks like that one there, probably. Okay. So that goes on there, bushing goes on that, gear goes on that, obviously. Stay put. Okay. There's our countershaft washer right there. That goes over there. So our shim washer goes over there. So that gives us everything for the countershaft assembly. Now for the main shaft, goes on this direction. So we have a nut. Does not fit on there, it fits on this one. So it looks like we are missing a nut. Great. Oh, we're missing our countershaft nut too. I didn't put that over here. Countershaft, lock tab, or plate. So we're missing a nut for the countershaft also. Same as the kicker cover. It's this nut right here. Alright, so we're missing a nut. Okay. So we got a gear that goes there. There's our lock tab for that nut. A ratchet gear for there. Key forks right here in the shaft. It's the key that goes in the right there. And we're missing the lock tab for that one as well as the nut. Okay, the countershaft, we have two inner thrust washers. We left those out on each side of those. Almost forgot those. Okay, here's our 1-2 gear set. We're missing the bearing right now because I took it off. It's the old bearing here, so the new bearing's over here. New bearing. So that goes right there. Third gear is this one. Goes like that. There's the washer for third. Need the snap ring. There's a 3/4 shift clutch. There's the race for the bearing right there. This is our retainer for that. Looks like we're missing screws. We got one screw. One screw to need 3 more. Here's our spring for our gear over here. Keep missing a few parts when I'm doing this, ain't I? Okay, here's our high gear. Here's our high gear washer. So we're missing the seal race and the bearing. I meant the bearing, the nut. So it seems like we're missing all the nuts for this tranny for some reason. There's our shift forks that we just got done fixing. They look nice and free now. Slide back and forth like they're supposed to. Alright, so we got our 2 forks, low gear, high gear. Here's our 2 bushings for those. There should be a lock screw that goes there that's missing. Goes inside that hole right there. Actually, it's this hole on this side down here. It's missing. Okay. That's a little lock tab for the racer we're not going to use. There's a drain plug with a O-ring on it, and a Walton seal that's not supposed to be. Those 2 parts don't mix. This is out of a different model. So, I put in this one. See, that is coarse thread. I guess that's kind of coarse thread. There's no provision for an O-ring because it doesn't take an O-ring. It seals against this washer here. So this is not the correct part for that. So I don't know how that's really going to work like that. So I would say don't use it. Put the correct one in there. Okay, this is our oil slinger piece. It goes this way. Catches it for our throwout bearing assembly. That's probably why we have a screw. We only had one of those. Okay, so we're missing 1 nut, 2 nut, 3 nut. Missing the locks for all those. We're missing a set screw for here, and we're missing 3 screws for here. And the drain plug's not the correct one. It'd be nice to have a good one. And there should be 9 bolts for the kicker cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course, we got a lot of long ones in here. I don't know why. We take short ones to bolt the cover together. So I'm going to have to put some short ones on, or at least tighten it up. I don't know if they're using exhaust mount down there or what their plan was. But these are not correct for the application. 4-speeds don't usually mount the exhaust off the tranny. They do mount a support plate that comes up off of here, or bracket, to support the rear battery box. And if it's an FL, there's one on the front. If you have a FX, you got a foot peg bracket comes off these 3 here. But I don't know what we're using because there's not on the application. But I can't tighten the cover down with these bolts. I know that for a fact. So I'm going to wind up putting some short bolts in there and just tighten it up. He can put what he wants on it later. And here's our kicker spring for our kicker. Which is over here. All right. And we got a new set of screws for the transmission top. There's our vent screw. Oh, there's our set screw for our shifter. So, how many screws do we have here? I think there's 12 altogether, I remember. 2 long ones, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 short ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so we do have all those. There's our vent. So we are missing still missing the 3 screws for inside. We do have that screw, so that's good. We're still missing all our nuts and other stuff. Alright, I got the new sprocket right here with the 24-2 for the early bike. Got a dish to it. There's a dish to it. And the dish goes toward the inside of the case. Like that. 80 later, it's a flat sprocket all the way across. Doesn't have this dish to it. It goes on either way. This one goes on like this. If you flip it on this way here, you get a 1/16 more offset for a bigger tire. Not that I'd ever do that. So there you go. But we don't have the nut for this. So see, now this has got a loose bushing in here. We'll probably use one of those seal nuts in there to help seal it up, but I don't know if he's running aluminum primary or what he's doing, so it might not clear. That'll be, let him decide that one. I'm going to put the nut on there. Okay, so I need some parts. I bought down a few parts, but not all the stuff I need. You know? So we have a broken finger right in here. You can see the big crack in there. So this is a new finger. Thurot bearing. The slinger for the Thurot bearing. And then we got the correct push rod. That gives me a Thurot bearing assembly. And these are the washers we need in here if we got to respace it, any of this stuff. The ones in there should be okay. So that'll give me what I need on that. And we already got the new bearing out of that. So there you go. So I go upstairs and find some more parts. Alright, we'll be back.